Can we talk about another Cracker Barrel, another Bud Light, another Jaguar? But this one might be the biggest of all. Yes, it's Target, the retail store that could be going the way of Kmart, Sears, Circuit City, and Radio Shack. And what is it that has them, their backs against the wall? Being woke, of course. No joke. They refuse to change. Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's time to deliver up a platter of chatter and served up with a daily dose of truth, capital T. Today we're diving deep into Target, Le Target. It's a very woke company and they refuse to change. Their stock diving, losing massive amounts in just the last year. Today we'll tell you why the end might be near just in time for the holidays. Target is not on the target. Let me tell you that, folks. We've been covering Cracker Barrel. Get ready because it's time to make our way to Le Target, as they say. National Legal and Policy Center has this one. It's by Luc Perlot, or Perlot. Perlot sounds very fancy. We'll go with that. Target will try everything except ditching the woke policies that are tanking its sales. This is a heck of a story, folks, and we'll get to there in just a minute. Of course, you know that Target has been very out there on the social issues. You know that, right? You remember the unisex onesies. You remember those that aimed at, we can't say that, can we, on YouTube? But you know, there's a cost associated with that. There's a big time cost associated with doing that sort of thing. And this is the kind of cost. This is why we're going to be covering this, is because this is a warning to all of the entertainment companies out there. Don't dare do what Target has done. Now, Target is down year to date. They are down almost 40%. Almost 40% at the same time that the stock market has been going upwards. Target has created a heck of a delta. And how did they do that? Well, let's go back to the National Legal and Policy Center for a minute. It says Target has been caught in an ongoing self-destructive spiral for the past couple of years. The company's leadership has proposed just about everything, every possible remedy imaginable short of embracing the obvious. Drop the woke. Drop the woke charade that has crushed its reputation. The Wall Street Journal reports on Target's latest uninspiring solution. Target's plan to fix its continuing sales slump involves billions of dollars in investment. Man alive, did the Cracker Barrel people give them this one? It's genius, I tell you. As you're going down over social issues, double down, baby. Incoming chief executive Michael Fidelki. There's no way that's right, but I like it. Fidelki said the retailer would invest about $1 billion more next year to improve stores, its merchandise selection, and digital capabilities, bringing total new investment next year to $5 billion. Mission 1 through 10 is to get back to growth. Okay? Drop the woke. Drop the woke. If you're frustrated, he says, with our recent performance, we are too, said Fidelki, which, again, can't be right, but I love saying it that way. On a call with analysts Wednesday morning, Target's shares have fallen 35% this year. I guess after the call, folks, because that article came out a few days ago, and we're looking at this. If we go to, after that call, telling them, everybody, hey, we're working on this too. Dropped another 3.5%.
We're going to spend a lot of money on technology to help us better sell the stuff that won't sell. And
that's right.
Turns off anybody who'd buy anything from us.
I'm here to tell you, folks, here's what's going on, okay? You all saw that Jaguar, and sometimes we're told that we have to pronounce it Jaguar. You all saw that car company dropped 95% of their sales after they went with that crazy woke campaign. And you all probably saw the defense articles that came out and said, oh, well, they stopped making cars, so that's why they dropped such sales. It's like, yeah, because every healthy car company totally stops making cars. That's normal. You all saw what happened with Bud Light. You all saw what happened with the kids' content from Disney that went woke. Target, I believe, is the biggest company that is still sticking with woke and won't drop it, and it's to their detriment. They're going down. Not Walmart doesn't want to touch this stuff anymore. Even Costco, which is run by a board as loony as the Ben & Jerry's ice cream, even they don't want to do what Target is doing. It is nonstop wokeification at Target. They put their stores in places where they're ransacked and thieved upon, all because of wokeness. Guys, I don't know if you've been into a Target lately, but it's a little bit depressing. Is this what it's going to take to see something like Target go down for the final nail in the woke coffin to happen? What do you guys think?
Well,
I think we're lucky that they did not make that bullseye what they could have with their recent premium.
I don't think that even that is going to put the nail in the woke coffin. It's still got a little ways to go, but I think that there's another aspect that is hurting Target right now besides the woke stuff, and that is just they're not competitive on pricing for anything. There's no one particular thing that you go to Target for that you would go somewhere else for. And people in the financial situations that a lot of people are in right now are beginning to get pretty cost conscious, let's say, and they're looking for deals wherever they can get them. They don't get them at Target. What do you go to Target for that you could that you can't get anywhere else, probably at a better price?
Well, the idea from the top guys at Target was you go to Target for a feeling. You go to Target, this was going to be the ultra liberal, kind of store that you go to so that you feel good about what you're doing. You feel you're not going to that crummy, crusty Walmart. No.
But nobody brags about going to Target. You don't go to, if you want to go to get a feeling, you're going to a boutique place. It's like nobody goes to Target and says, that would be if they literally did pronounce their name Target. You would have to be that kind of pretentious for that kind of thing to work.
Well, this is being covered by places like The Quartering. A lot of folks out there are saying this is, what is it going to take? What even Disney has abandoned this stuff, and yet Target continues to do what they do. And you're right, Lauren, this is not a great time for retail if you're in a free fall like Target is. And I don't see them coming back up again. I think that Target could be the next Kmart. Totally different reason, but they're headed to being a Radio Shack, Circuit City. And Target.
But the difference with Target, they have a much more enormous, expensive real estate footprint. Mm-hmm. When they put in all of those massive, super duper Targets, that go on for days, bigger than a lot of Walmarts, bigger than, they are the Buc-ee's of bad so-called discount shopping with no theming of any kind except that bullseye. And man, the expense of that is not to be poo-pooed. And the expense of, if they don't own it, if they have some kind of sweetheart lease with the center that they're in, and they walk away and they start closing stores, what does that ripple through everybody else there? The same way that the theater's hurts the food court, hurts the stores in the mall, whatever. These things are not standalones. They are tied into the local economy. And when they fall, everybody falls.
Absolutely.
I'm very close to this story. And I mean that literally.
Are you hiding in a Target bathroom right now with
I can walk to Target. I can walk to the Supercenter. But you know what's ironic about that? You know what sits right in front of that Target? Cracker Barrel.
I was going to say you could walk to Cracker Barrel too.
Yes. So
here's the answer. All of you mega moguls with chains of stores, put them within walking distance of Ron.
Ron, Target is a it's kind of a relic now because it's one of the last companies that's still dedicating itself to getting that groovy ESG score, baby. I mean, retail sales whatever they want to be, but got to get that ESG.
The funniest thing for me about going to Target, what I like about going to Target is that it's empty. There's nobody. It's like, I know which is not what they want, right? But as a consumer, you kind of love going into a place where you're like, well, at least I can easily find anything I want, and I don't have any competition.
And there are no crowds.
No crowds.
No long lines at the checkout.
Checkout goes quick. It's absolutely true. It's funny. My local card, now it's interesting because I wonder if local management has anything to do with this. I have checked every year that, like during Pride Month, during June, where they have their section on the Pride stuff, and our local one puts it like way in the back corner, like shoved, which is, it's interesting because I don't live that far from Disney, and there's a lot of Disney workers that live around me, so you'd think they'd like this stuff, but I do wonder how they organize the stores in different places, because I know that there are some Targets where they'll put that stuff right out front, and a lot of parents just like don't want their kids seeing all that stuff. I was talking about this in my last show.
Hang on to that point for a second, Ron. I don't want to miss what you just said. You said that parents don't want kids to see that kind of stuff. Ron, what started the downfall of Target 2 years ago? I've got something that I would love to put on the screen. I'm not going to, for the reason that I want to stay in the good graces of YouTube. But I've got a video. I've got stuff from Target from 2 years ago when they were putting out clothing for children. And the clothing that they were putting out in Target, front and center, for kids to see and for parents to see and to ask questions about, was clothing to help children hide their biology in very obvious and offensive ways. Good job, Andy. Good job. Now, Andy, for the people who came up with that in Target, we'll need a different item. Ron, go ahead.
You have to respell
that's the
you
point.
have to respell the word duct or duck to make that work, Andy.
The adults who are totally 100% on board with that, like, far leftist ideology, right? They don't understand how the vast majority of parents, it's not so much sheltering our kids, but we want to keep children innocent as long as we can, while at the same time educating children what the world is going to throw their way at age appropriate levels, right? And we all
discuss
know
those issues with them when we're ready and we think they're ready, not when a store display or a theme park thing makes them ask questions we're not ready to talk about.
And every child is different, so you can't say, well, they're already at 12 or they're already at 8 or they're already whatever. Every child is different. Every parent, every family is different. We might have different values, and what we don't want is one tiny percentage of people's values thrust on us in a manner that we don't have the ability to appropriately react to. It's one of those things. It's just like Strange World by Disney. That is not, I haven't even watched the whole movie yet, because I know what it's about and I know what kind of themes are in it. It's not themes I want my children to be seeing. And all of these companies, the company that's doing this, that's putting this stuff front and center, they are going to offend the people that they want money from, and that's not good. And can I just really quickly give the exact opposite of that? We have a company down here in Florida called Publix. They have grocery stores, and there is this amazing Thanksgiving commercial that they have. When a grocery store chain can put on a commercial that makes me cry in 30 seconds, they have done a good job. But there's this commercial that they have where this little kid goes, "Dad, can I sit at the adults table this year?" And I was like, "Well, we'll see." And so the Thanksgiving comes and the crowd comes in and the kid's sitting next to you. He's like, "Here you go, son. I want you to have your spot at the adults table." And he looks over and there's the kids table. And then he sees this girl, that's close to his age that he's got his eye on. His dad looks down and he sees it and he sees him looking over. And the kid's looking around. He's totally bored with what the adults are talking about. And he realizes, hey, I still want to be a kid. And I kind of like that girl. And dad looks and goes, "Son, I want you to be responsible. Why don't you go over and keep an eye on the other kids for me?" And it's like, and it's this beautiful thing about what makes every family, I don't care who you are, but it gets you in the feels as a parent, as just good, normal values of how you treat your kids, teaching them simple right from wrong, not teaching them how to talk.
Well said. And when that's what they're doing in stores, yuck.
Well, I'm so old that the term tuck and roll applied to upholstery.
Here's how desperate they have become at Le Target. This is the latest we've got. This is out of Fox 5 New York. Here's what they have to say about Target and their desperation.
So this is basically the 10-4 policy from Target. It's effectively a happiness policy. Here's how it's going to work. I am 10 feet away from the camera. If I was a store employee and I saw you coming in, I would wave, I would say hi, I would kind of make eye contact with you, make sure we're seeing each other, not really interrupt you. If I am now 4 feet away, which would bring me right here, quite up close, I am to interact with you and start a warm and friendly conversation. 10 feet to 4 feet. 10-4. Now, according to Target, they say they know that they are in a race for your dollars ahead of the busy holiday shopping season. And the latest sales figures show that sales have dropped. So they're trying to figure out a way to boost those numbers. They're hoping that a healthy dose of Midwest nice pushes them over the line. But you have to wonder if this new 10-4 policy may backfire, at least from a PR perspective.
We'll pause for there.
I'm scared about what happens at 2 feet.
Well, given what they were had for sale recently, you're right, Lauren. It's just too fun.
The attacking force.
He won. Lauren won, or Lou won.
Hey, Disney trades cast members up too.
Anybody remember Broderick Crawford on Highway Patrol? 10-4, 10-4, 10-4.
You know, here's the thing. How many millions of dollars did they pay to come up with a 10-4 policy?
Yes.
You know what you got to do? When somebody comes to the door, say, "Welcome to Target. Can I help you, sir? Can I help you, ma'am?"
It's just, it reeks of desperation too. It's like, you're going to smell this out. It's going to be so phony. And most people just want to be left alone. You want the customer to approach you. It's like, if I need help, I want to come to you and get help. I don't want you to approach me. I want to get my shopping done and be left alone.
But Lauren, do you like it when you come through any place and they say, "Welcome to blah, blah," and then they leave you alone? Do you like that? Or do you just shut up? I'm here to get my stuff.
I'm in the latter camp. It's like, just leave me alone.
But let me explain why Target has to do this, and from personal experience, like I said,
the man walks to Target. He literally lives in the parking lot of Target.
Right?
Oh, where you got?
Because when you have to go, you're at the bakery and you're standing in front looking at the cakes, and the person looks up, sees you, turns their back to you, and makes sure they're ignoring you. That's what I mean. This is why they need that kind of training, and they got a lot of employees that are like
companies are doing this stuff. I'll give you an example. I happen to own the bitch whose name starts with A on my desktop and in my bedroom, and I largely use it as an alarm clock and as a radio, basically. So normally, you get up, you say, "Hey," I don't want to do it because it'll trigger it. "What time is it?" And it'll say, "The time is 7:42. The other morning, it came on and said, "The time is 7:42, and it's time for Hogwarts humor. Would you like me to tell you a Harry Potter joke?" And I said, "No, you." And I'm going, "What the hell?"
Got the same thing. Oh my gosh.
And they have a new A+ that's coming, and they asked, "Would you like to preview it? Because you get it for free because you have the Amazon Plus thing." And I said, "Okay." And the voices are all like 22-year-old girls trying to be your friend.
Yeah.
And, "Hey, would you?" And I said, "Look, could you just like call me sir or something?" "Oh, I don't know if I know you well enough to do that." Like it was some kind of kink thing.
Well, you know what I want to do?
Oh, God, stop it. Just do what you're told,
What I want to do is I want to go to Target. And folks out there, I'm not recommending you do this, especially not on Black Friday, because they can't handle it. I want to step into their 4-foot radius, diameter, whatever it is they have. I want to step in their 4-foot cone of talk to me. And then as soon as I do, and I see them start to, do their thing, I want to step back out of it and look at them and just dare them to continue it. Step back in, step back out.
No.
The Target two-step.
Make it weird. Make it awkward. Start. It's like I need like 6 gallons of lotion. Your skin looks great.
And a bucket of tweezers.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
I need a gallon of lotion and a bucket of tweezers. Let's make it happen.
I came from a retail background. I worked for 17 years in retail, and I watched the company go through this. I worked for A&P as a manager, and they wanted me to keep moving on. And I thankfully got out. My wife's still in the industry. And A&P was at one point the largest retail giant in the world, had over 3,000 stores. And they did the same thing. And everybody that worked for them knew the only thing that matters is sales. You can do your boutique things. You can do all your little things. And look, it's come a long way since like when we used to all watch the Jerry Lewis telethon because there were children with muscular dystrophy and we felt horrible for them. It's such an obvious, horrible thing that, yes, we want to contribute to that. Now it's like, here, please donate to the people that are afraid of bunny rabbits. It's like everybody's got their own special cause. Most people are so inundated with this stuff, and all they want to do is live their own lives. When you can walk into one store and I can buy the same can of peas, green giant peas, for $1 at this store, it is $1.50 at this store. What's the reason I'm going to go to the store that's $1.50? Well, yes, there is a boutique element, like that. There's, like Ron pointed out, I want to go where there's not a crowd. I can go stand in this massive line at Walmart where it's pure chaos and it's crazy, or I can go to Target. I might pay 10 cents more for it, but it'll be worth it for me to not have the crowds and get in and out what I want. But by and large,
you get a plastic grocery cart. I mean, that's way better than a metal grocery cart, really.
Well, by and large, you're buying the same product. So what it comes down to is what's cheaper, especially now with today's economy. You're like, what can I do to get my money to go as far as I want? Get in and get out. I don't want to have a conversation with these people. It's like the waiter who sits there and bugs you, like, refill my water, ask my water, be pleasant, and then go away until I need you. That's what you want. It's not somebody like fawning all over you. Every single thing that they're trying to do is everything but what they have to do: sell products and don't alienate your customers. That's all you have to do. You're right. Like, you have to engage with customers. If you've got people that don't engage, and there was a study that we commissioned to find out how many customers would tell somebody if they had a positive shopping experience and if they had a negative shopping experience. If they had a positive shopping experience, they were likely to tell 2 people. If they had a negative shopping experience, they were likely to tell 10. Yep. And now with social media, it's even worse. So this is like, you know what? Keep your head down, stay in your lane, sell your products, and shut up.
Go ahead, Ron.
Well, I was just going to say, look, there's a crowd that goes into Spencer's Gift, and especially goes to the back of Spencer's
I was not expecting us to go to Spencer's. Okay, here we go, folks, to the back of Spencer's with Ron. What do you got?
But let me explain. Look, there's a crowd that wants to go there for that product. It's typically not families. Families aren't going in there. So if you were to take the back of Spencer's Gifts and put it in front of Target, you're going to offend 95% of the people that walk into your stores. That's what these products do. Don't put offensive products in your store. Even if you want to cater to 1 to 5% of the demographic that's going to come in, you're going to offend 95%. Just don't do it. It's really, really that simple.
Folks, here's what we need to know. Are you like Lorne or are you like Ron? Ron, you want to have a good experience when you go into Target or anywhere else. You want the people to come up, talk to you, be nice to you, say, welcome aboard, Ron. Lorne wants to get on Amazon and have these things droned in, dropped on his driveway and never have a human interaction. He's not interested in that. He wants his stuff. That's enough.
Not entirely true. It's like I'm fine talking to people as long as I'm initiating the conversation. It's like, if I need help, I want to be able to go to you and get the information that I need. I don't want you to come over and say, gosh, what a lovely day we're having. Is everything good with you? What's going on in your life? I'm not here for that. I'm here to buy something.
I'm not looking for a friend. I'm looking for a servant. Period.
That's a great way to put it. That's right.
You can have great servants and be good with them. I mean, people trusted their butlers and their valets with all sorts of secrets, but still, you don't want them to marry your daughter.
Remember, folks, the way to get rid of a pushy salesperson is to overshare in awkward ways with them. So when they ask you how your day is, go all in on just exactly what's happening with various bodily fluids. Just really explain to them what it was like the last time you went to the hospital, or those really painful lesions on your feet. Just talk to them about the smell.
I got a better one for you, Pro. I just happened to see this meme today and it knocked me out. A very, how shall we put this, flamboyant male flight attendant is going down the aisle. He's like, hey, Captain Marvey says we're going to land soon. So I think it would just be super fantastic if all of you would put up your seat backs and tray tables so we can prepare to land. And 5 minutes later, he comes through and everybody's sort of done it, but he's still checking. And there's this one woman sitting there regally with her table down. And he says, hi, maybe you didn't hear me over the engines, but we got to put our tables up. She just looks at him. He says, no, wouldn't it be just swell if you could do it? She says, young man, in my country, I am a princess and I do not take orders. And he says, Well, good, because in my country, I'm a queen and I outrank you.
Oh, folks, you might find lots of queens at Target. That's the story, and that's why the stock is dropping.
Dancing queen.
And put another one in the can, folks. A video of excellence has been birthed into existence, and you were there to witness it. Thank you for participating. We hope you had a good time. Folks, it's a great time anytime we get to share time with you, and we mean it. The only thing additional we ask, on the way out the door, consider clicking the like button. Share, subscribe, click it and stick it to those pesky algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. And oh, by the way, if you would be so kind, perhaps share this out on your favorite social media platforms. Folks, we've got all kinds of content coming your way. If you are interested in going even beyond all of that, well, there's a pro store, and you can always find those items directly below the video you're watching. The Pro Store. It's a cool place to check out for items that, well, definitely Disney and the rest are not going to sell you, but we're happy to do so. Until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.